today I thought I'd round up all of the products that I've hit pan on that are in my current makeup collection. A lot of these are products that I have talked about on my vlog and mentioned that I've hit pan on them there. And some of them are actually from my project pan that I'm currently working on. I'll list that video down below if you want to see them before the project. And there's a lot of products here, so I just kind of want to jump right in. But word of warning, everything is neutral, which is pretty obvious. I think that's the products that I definitely get the most use out of in my collection. But yeah, if you're curious to see what products I love enough to have hit pan on, then just keep on watching. So the first product that I have here is the Stila in the Light palette. I've hit pan on 3 out of the 10 shades in this palette, and this is definitely the oldest product in my current makeup collection. I've probably had this palette for about 5 or 6 years, and the quality is still really amazing. I do need to make a point of reaching for this more often because I probably haven't touched it in about a year, but I'm really excited to get this, get the motivation to use this again. I think that taking a look at this and seeing how much progress I have already made on it is definitely getting me motivated to use it again. Highly recommend this palette. I don't think it's available anymore, but it is a really good palette. And I guess we might as well stick with palettes. I have got my very broken, so you can see the lid, Comfort Zone palette by Wet n Wild. This again is one of the older palettes in my makeup collection, and I've only hit pan on one shade, which is the eyelid shade right here. It's like a coppery rose gold kind of color, really unique shade. Definitely one of my favorites and a super easy shade to wear day or night. The quality of Wet n Wild is amazing, although the packaging on these palettes is not great. But the quality of the actual product is phenomenal, and I definitely recommend this palette as well. I mean, I'm going to be pretty repetitive saying that I love all these products and that I recommend them, but that just truly is the case. That's why I've hit pan on all of these things. And the last palette that I have here is the NYX Highlight and Contour Pro palette. I've hit pan on 2 shades here. This one is Cream and this one is, I think, Soft Light. I've totally used up Soft Light and probably used up more than half of Cream. Really good to mix these two together to set under the eyes or to use independent of one another. I've done pretty good progress on these 2 bronzers here. However, the rest of the palette doesn't get a lot of use, so I think I'm going to have to swap some more of the pans out like I've done with this one. I put a blush in this one instead. I might have to do that with the remainder of these. But it is a really good drugstore contouring palette. And now the rest of these are actually single pan products, so I might as well show you this one here. This is the Rimmel Stay Matte Powder. This is in my project pan, so I mean, you probably already saw it, but I'm doing really good progress on it. After nearly 2 weeks of doing my project pan, I've already hit pan on it. And I'll talk about a actually really good alternative that is cruelty free. However, it's probably about 4 times the price, unfortunately. This is the Too Faced Cocoa Powder Foundation. So this offers a little bit of coverage as opposed to the Rimmel Stay Matte, which is translucent. But this is my current favorite powder foundation. It smells delicious. It tastes delicious too. Not that I ever ate it. I did. And as you can see, I love it. I use it to touch up throughout the day. I will use this as like my base, as opposed to wearing liquid foundation. I'll use this, and I'll also put it on top of liquid foundations to amp up the coverage. Really good product. So finely milled. It just feels so soft and smooth on the skin, and it never looks cakey, I find. I just highly recommend this. And Too Faced is a cruelty-free brand. They're owned by a brand, I believe they're owned by Estee Lauder. So Estee Lauder does test on animals, but this is a cruelty-free brand. If you choose to purchase that way too. And it's a lot of products here actually, I'm shocked. This one I haven't used in so long, and I'm honestly shocked. I need to get this one back into my repertoire. This is the Body Shop Honey Bronzer. You can see I did a pretty good pan there, and then I think I got afraid of using it, which happens to me all the time, where I hit pan and then I'm like, I don't want to use that anymore, I'm so scared. But amazing quality bronzer. This shade's really, really good. This is 01, really good for contouring if you're fair. So I can't use this in the summertime, however, through the winter and fall, this is really, really good for me. And you can also definitely use it as a bronzer and as an eyeshadow. A really, really good product, and I highly recommend this one. And total opposite end of the spectrum, let's go to highlight instead. This is no surprise, I think everyone who has this loves this. It is the Balm Lou-Manizer. This is my favorite highlight in my personal collection. As you can see, I've hit pan like right dead in the center there. It's a beautiful, beautiful highlight and eyeshadow, and I can't get enough of this product. I know for sure once I finish this, and I will finish it, that I'll have to purchase it again because it's just my favorite. Definitely my favorite highlight in my whole collection. Talking about highlights, might as well chat about the Colourpop Lunch Money, which I love to use in combination with the Balm Lou-Manizer or on its own, but it really, really amps up the coverage of the Balm Lou-Manizer. Actually, I'll show you those together. So Lunch Money is amazing because it really doesn't look like an artificial highlighter. It can really look like skin, and I adore that. You can see it just gives you so much reflection, but it can kind of look a little bit greasy, so I don't tend to wear this one on its own because it never really feels like it sets. It's one of those cream sorts of products, much like a lot of the Colourpop products are, as they were before they brought pressed powders. But then you can just see how the Balm Lou-Manizer on top of it just intensifies that highlight. It's stunning. They are a perfect match in every way. I love those two products together, and it seems a little bit high maintenance, but if you love highlight, totally worth layering like that. And it's a good way to use, or to get use out of products that you might not love. Like, I didn't love Lunch Money on its own when I first got it, but when I realized I could layer it and use it as more of a base for my favorite highlight, then I fell in love with Lunch Money too. So that's a quick tip. I also have here a very beat up and extremely old MAC Woodwinked. This is, again, not a cruelty-free product, but a beautiful shade. This shade, like, looks so good and brings out so much of the green in my eyes. I adore this color. I haven't found anything quite like it as an alternative. However, I still have tons left in this pan, so I'm not going to be looking for one anytime soon. But it's so battered, it's so beat up, but really, really good product. Really gorgeous shade, and I think it would work on like all different eye colors. I definitely don't think that it just is for green or brown eyes. Blue eyes, it would be beautiful on too. Highly recommend this. And I think I just realized that this is the oldest product in my current makeup collection, because I got this as a gift probably like 6 or more years ago for Christmas. So this is the oldest product in my current collection. And it's still going strong. I love this shadow. What to talk about next? I've kind of left myself basically with Colourpop products, so let's go through the rest of those, and then I have one other product. So the other Colourpop base product that I have here is Aphrodisiac. It's a bronzer. I've hit pan like smack dab in the middle there. This is really good to warm up the skin and to use again as more of a base for bronzer, or I like to use it just on top of my foundation to warm up my skin, but to give me more of that like no makeup sort of look. I love this for that. And I really do recommend these Super Shock Cheek products from Colourpop because they just blend into the skin so well. They don't have a ton of longevity, but if I set it with something like the Too Faced Cocoa powder foundation or with the Rimmel Stay Matte, then it stays forever. They really do need to be set with something else. But I could definitely use like Aphrodisiac with this bronzer shade in the NYX Highlight and Contour palette, and it would be a really good combination. Highly recommend these two. They're like $6, $5 or $6. American, but still. And I have got 4 Colourpop shadows, and I'll just start with the one that's in my project pan. This is Melrose, which I'm so glad to have finally hit pan on this one. I never thought I was going to because it isn't my typical kind of shade. It is a matte, like brick red color, and I'm wearing it today actually. I love, love, love this color. I've fallen in love with it thanks to my project pan, and I can't wait to use this one up. And next up I have got Crimper. I hit pan on this one quite some time ago, and now it's getting a little bit dried out, but this is definitely one of my favorite Colourpop shadows as well because it gives you that look of glitter without having to like mess around with actually using glitter. It's a gorgeous gold with a ton of gold reflect running through it, and yeah, it's really, really dried out. I'm probably gonna have to make a point of using this one up soon for sure. But it's beautiful. I don't know if you can see. It just gives you that like wet look kind of lid with hints of glitter. It's stunning. And I also have 2 more Colourpop shadows. This one here is As If. When I first bought this, I couldn't stop wearing it, so hence the huge pan. Again, it's kind of starting to dry out. I definitely do need to make a point of using it. Just a good all over lid shade just for like a single eyelid color, or as a transition shade as well. I adore this color. I've actually used it to like contour my face and my nose before just to try it, and I really, really liked it for that too. So just a good neutral, easy to wear color. And then I've got my favorite Colourpop shadow ever, my most favorite, and it's the most unique. This is Koosh. It's an ultra metallic, and it just gives you this super, super high shine lid color. I love it, and it's so unique. It's a really cool tone, which is not what I'm usually drawn to. As you can see, I'm quite drawn to warm tones. It's a fabulous, fabulous eyeshadow. I can't get enough of this one. And then the last product in my collection that I've hit pan on is a blush, and this took me forever to hit pan on. This is the Tarte Amazonian Clay Blush in Exposed. Good everyday, any look sort of blush. I love, love, love it. Super pigmented, so it probably took me 3 years to hit pan on this. And yeah, I highly recommend. This is another one of those shades that just will work for anyone and for any sort of look that you have to do. So highly, highly recommend this. They are a little bit more expensive than other blushes on the market, but they last forever. You never have to touch up. They're just gorgeous. And yeah, that is absolutely everything that I've hit pan on in my current collection. And goes to show I'm making some pretty good progress on some of my Project Pan products, and I'm definitely really happy with the fact that I've hit pan on so many things in my current collection. These are products that I love. That's why I didn't want to include them in my Project Pan, because I'm already going to get the use out of them anyway. But if you love any of these products, please let me know, and please share with me the products that you've hit pan on too, because I want to know what things you love. So thank you so much for watching, and let me know if there's anything that you want to see from me in the future. And yeah, thanks again. Bye.